I feel like social media has warped my sense of reality. Hey friends, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Reesie, and welcome back to another episode of Reesie Diaries podcast, where I come on here to yap about random things or either help and inspire you to become a better person. On today's episode, we're gonna talk about how the soft life ain't always soft, honey. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I've been going through it just in the start of the year. The year started off terribly. But one thing about it, one bad month is not going to define my whole entire year. But it has been very traumatizing for me, and it's been actually hard for me to be consistent on this podcast. And that was my New Year's resolution, was to take this podcast a little more seriously, yap a little bit more. But God had other things, and there had more important things to literally focus on, and I just couldn't hit the ground running like I used to. And the reason why I bring up soft life is because I feel like my content portrays perfectionism, very aesthetic, very clean girl. I always still share all my ups and downs, but this particularly down, I just didn't want to share it because I just didn't want to be a Debbie Downer. I feel like I talk too much about being negative and not a lot of positive things, even though, a lot of negative things been happening. Give you guys the real, the raw, and just talk a little bit more about this subject. And if you're interested in a little yap session, definitely grab a drink, rub your toes together, let's get comfortable, and let's start yapping. What the soft life means to me is, number one, being at peace internally and externally. Your environment, it gets misconstrued with social media with the soft life and the environment. I do think it plays a part, but I feel like you don't need to be super wealthy and rich to have a soft life. I think environment to me is your sanctuary, feeling at peace when you come home. You're feeling safe when you come home. When it comes to loving on yourself and taking the time to take care of yourself, so maybe beauty regimens, like getting yourself a massage, working out, eating healthy, taking vitamins. That's the soft life, because you're internally taking care of yourself so you could produce whatever you need to do, with your career, your relationships, family, kids, whatever you have to deal with, so you can be able to be your best self. So I feel like that's what the soft life means to me. I feel like social media got it very construed. I've fallen down the rabbit hole myself with trying to project perfectionism in soft life. I aspire to have the expensive cars, the houses, the kids, the going to the Pilates and all that. But I just kind of feel like all those material things doesn't really necessarily mean that it's a soft life. Even when you do have a soft life, because I considered me having a soft life, I consider being a soft girl. With my personality, I'm a soft girl. With my overall aesthetic, with how I decorate my home, how I dress myself, I feel I'm very soft. I turned more into softer hairstyles, softer makeup. I do consider myself a soft girl. Just very poised, very modest. I kind of turned into that maybe recently in the past 2 years. The older I get, the more my brain starts opening up. I don't know if it's just I'm turning 30 soon, but my brain is opening up more, and the more I feel like I'm aware, the more I want to cover up. I don't know if it's because I got married. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the thing of being married and getting older. I want to cover up. When you have a soft life, it doesn't mean your life is always soft, okay? I might have the outer appearance of a soft girl, but sometimes we go through some heavy things. I'm not always showing up as my best self, especially this past month, you guys. It was so hard to show up as myself, but I was still kind of feeling like it's the beginning of the year. I felt super pressured to live up to my series that I've been having, my Stay at Home Wife series and my Scent and Style series, and my Get Ready With Me's, very cutesy content. but I just didn't feel cutesy at all this whole month. I've been going through so much just in the city. It was so many fires going on. It was very political and all that. And it was just, speaking of politics, the new president, I just feel like it was just like a trickle effect with the new president, the fires happening in Los Angeles, just the outer things that is happening. And then like in my inner circle is a lot happening. I feel like when my mom got sick again, and now she is under hospice care. So now it's like seeing my mom needing to be taken care of, being fed, having her diaper changed also traumatized me this month. It's like some real dark like things that are happening in my life, but still trying to portray and trying to show up for social media, because this is my job. This is my job at the end of the day. Bills got to get paid. The rent is still due no matter what I'm going through. And that's the messed up part. I thought like 2025, I'm going to start like doing this podcast consistently. I'm going to start like working on other ventures and projects. And it was just a domino effect. Like, you know, the last episode that we had, how I was talking about a company that I still was working with under contract. The moment I heard the news about my mom, the next day they dropped me. Like they dropped me from the contract. So that's like one of my main sources of income gone. And I kind of felt like the world was against me, really. I kind of felt very mad and angry with God, battling all those thoughts and all that going on while trying to show up for social media, because you still have to post consistently. My body, and it's like, because I've been working like consistently for 8 years now, even when I don't want to do anything, film any content, my body is still in motion to create the content. So sometimes I can't stop my body from creating. So sometimes I'm creating off of like an outer body experience. Sometimes I'm just like, let's do this, let's go, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. And I feel like the pressures of that and like portraying that soft life while real stuff is going on is kind of like, that's not healthy, girl. That's not healthy. And that's not what a real soft life is. I think a real soft life is being still at peace, being able to take the time no matter what to take care of yourself. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been doing really good at it. I still show up on social media, but I'm doing a better job at communicating and seeing my family a lot more. My husband, God blessed me with him. He's been so supportive and been there for me through these hard weeks and me like grieving the whole situations that's going on in my life. And we've been like playing video games. I've been trying to dig into different hobbies. Like, just by doing that, I was able to cut on the camera to film this podcast. So I feel like just being able to lean on your family and friends and your partner is so important, because I kind of felt like I was alone. And I kind of, even when I was crying, I was saying sorry, because I just don't like putting all my feelings and grief onto other people. But that's what the Lord wants us to do. The Lord wants us to share our scars and our our difficult times. And if we don't share it, there's no outlet for it, and it just keeps bottling up. And that's where the enemy starts to come and trickle in, okay? And the enemy came. Don't get me wrong. The enemy came for a brief moment and made me feel like I was not a good content creator. Like, I started thinking maybe I'm just not cut up for this, okay? There's so much happening already in my life. And then on top of that, my career, I'm losing jobs. I was just questioning my worth. And I feel like because of that, it was just extremely hard for me to post on social media. And I think it's easier for me to post reels and like short form videos from 3 weeks ago than doing like stories and like live updates, because it's so hard. It was so hard for me to get up. And so yeah, this soft life girly is not always soft all the time. Sometimes we gotta get a little tough and get up for our bootstraps and depend on God and really do uncomfortable things, like getting up and choosing to have a good day, choosing to take a smile on your face, and choosing that everything's going to work out no matter what. And today I chose that, and today we turned on this camera. I want to talk a little bit more about how I'm navigating the most toughest part of my life right now. And what kind of threw me off on top of it is like, it was the start of the year. The start of the year, TikTok was getting banned. I got dropped from one of my contracts. Fires in Los Angeles. So people are literally suffering all around me. So it's like, I can't even react to what's going on social media because I'm literally texting everybody in my phone that works or that lives next to me or that I know that lives in LA if they need a place to stay, cleaning up the house, making sure like all the extra beds are washed, the sheets, everything is washed. So much was happening that I couldn't even react and grieve about my mom being placed on hospice and her having like a tumor in her brain. So sometimes she's coherent and sometimes she's not, and it's just devastating to see her like that. And just navigating that grief, navigating like our family and the feelings about that, and then trying not to tell other people because I've never been through this before, but it's so overwhelming when other people ask you like, how's your mom doing? And it's kind of like, I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. I don't want to explain what's going on. I just want to be surrounded by my family and friends. Just got so overwhelmed. And then on top of that, maintaining friendships, because there's still people's birthdays, there's still celebrations, there's still meetups, there's still things that, you know, I still want to hang out with my friends and have a good time. I don't want to be in the house 24/7 wallowing. So that's how I've been navigating. And each morning I would put on the old school gospel music and praise the Lord. Even through all the suffering that I've been going through, I say, thank you, God. I know this is a plan. I can't see the reason why you are putting so much baggage on me. And it's so hard to not just deprecate and give up. It's really hard not to. But I just say, thank you, Lord. Every hour, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me see everybody, see my mom, and thank you for the people who you are reaching out to reach out to me when I need it. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm navigating, and it's hard to share because I'm such a very empathetic person as well, and I have a hard time faking the funk. I have a hard time faking my feelings, so that's why it's been extremely hard for me to do voiceover sometimes. For Get Ready With Me's and just showing up on like TikTok. I really want to show up for you guys. I really want to talk like we're friends. But right now it's just so hard for me to talk without mentioning the suffering that I'm going through. I can't not talk about the suffering that I'm going through sometimes. I post on the days where I'm feeling terrible, and I film on the days where I feel amazing. So it's just like, it's like a lot of mindset and framing that I have to work on. And recently I've been really focusing on my mindset changes and tweaks and all of that. And she's coming back. I'm coming back as a soft life girly, okay? We are working on ourselves and it can be a little ugly, okay? So I'm gonna redefine a soft life. Now thinking that everything in life is perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but I think the soft life of that is choosing peace in any storm that you go through. Being able to be slow to your reactions and doing things that are good, that don't feel good, but are good for our soul, which for me is waking up early, getting enough outside activities. I don't want to leave this house sometimes. I'm in the house all week, but just going outside to get that sun, the thought of it doesn't feel good, but the moment you go outside, it feels good. Being less on my phone, I feel like social media has warped my sense of reality. Quitting things cold turkey, that's not benefiting me whatsoever. And some things that I'm gonna do to have a little bit more ease in my life is spending more time with family and friends and being okay with having days off. Not showing up 100% all the time. I'm showing up 15% some days, and that's gonna be okay for me. It's okay to do the bare minimum. And right now, with everything happening in my life, it's gonna be okay for me to do the bare minimum. I welcome inconsistencies right now. I trust the Lord. I trust whatever He has planned for me is going to be perfect for me. Don't know what that plan is. I feel like I'm walking in darkness, but I still have, my hand is holding His, and He's guiding me all through it, okay? I'm adding a few new segments. I want to share other things that I'm very interested in, and also just to make the podcast a little bit longer, because these episodes be short, low-key. Okay, and I know sometimes y'all want to just chill and relax with me, and sometimes it's not always going to be all serious, and shows a little bit more of my personality because I love to have fun. On this segment, we are introducing Screen Time with Reesie. So if you don't know, I am a chronic binge watcher. Okay, I binge watch all types of shows, all types of movies. I'm also an AMC A-lister, so me and my husband are in the movie theaters probably 1 to 3 times a week. Some people grab a coffee every day. I get a movie ticket every day. The movie that I've recently seen is called Den of Thieves 2. If you haven't seen, I'm pretty sure most of you guys seen Den of Thieves 1, but we recently seen the second movie in theaters, which I find crazy because there's not a lot of marketing behind it. Like, what's going on? It was such a good movie, and sometimes heist movies get very redundant, very like predictable, but this one wasn't predictable. Like, a lot of action. I loved like the cars that they used in the movie. Loved the characters. I think it was just that girl. Den of Thieves is that girl. It's just a perfect amount of action, amount of comedy, amount of seriousness, amount of plot twists. So Den of Thieves, I give 10 out of 10. You should watch it in the movie theater. For the shows that I've recently watched, especially this past weekend, girl, I watched Wags to Riches on Netflix. I thought it was going to be very uplifting, rich black women, but it was nothing but jealous, mean-spirited women going at each other for no apparent reason. Like, how you have that much money and making extremely dumb decisions? Why are y'all having babies with people that have 10, 15, 11, 12 other babies with different people? What is going on? Like, do y'all not care about like family dynamics at all? You chose to have his 10th baby? I can't stand that show. That show drained my spirit. I will not be watching season 2. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend. Another show that I've been binge watching that I absolutely love, especially with me and my husband. Me and my husband love watching social experiments. So we are obsessed with Survivor. We're obsessed with all types of reality shows that like have competitions in them. And so Mr. Beast has his own channel, and I've been so addicted to binge watching his whole channel because it's live on Amazon Prime. And sometimes I just don't feel like scrolling through all the different streaming sites to try to find a good show. I like the live feature on Amazon Prime because you could just click it and it automatically plays a random episode, and it just keeps playing it, and it's live, so it's just like background music, you know? So I've been watching Mr. Beast games. I've been watching his live channel. I absolutely love the show. The show is diabolical. It's so cutthroat. It's so crazy. He just be giving away hella money. And I'm like, I vote for him to purchase the Clock app, okay? Because at least he ain't stingy with his money. I mean, granted, he's making us work and fight and compete against each other, but at least he giving away his money, okay? At least he's giving away people money. He looking out. And that's all that matters. Well, that's not all that matters, but it's way better than the other people that are trying to purchase the Clock app and having all that power. That is my screen time with Reesie for this episode. This next segment is called Reesie Rex, and I'm going to be telling you if a beauty product that I just finished is worth the buy or we're saying a goodbye. The first product empty is Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Pill Pads. Y'all, this is just this is only a few, okay? This is only a few of the many boxes I've been using. I've been using these for 2 years now. I have stopped recently and moved on to another product, but I'm still testing that one out. So I'll let you guys know on this one. But I've always recommended the girlies who have dark spots, who have a lot of acne and want that nice, smooth, glowy skin. This helps so much. Like, I will always recommend this product to any of our colored girls that struggle with acne. You have to have this on hand, period, point blank. These are the extra strength. People say, a lot of the dermatologists that I be talking to say I shouldn't be using this every day, but your girl was using it every day. She was using it every day. Okay. Stall me out. I just feel like when I don't use it, it don't, like, my skin just reacts. It's like that, you know, proactive where you use it and if you stop it comes back. That's how I kind of feel about these. I am using something else now, so I'm retiring these finally. So I can give my skin a rest. But yeah, I do recommend, especially if you are trying to fix like any dark spots, try and smooth out your skin. It's just gonna give you that glow. Okay, this product empty, it is the Renovant brightening saffron serum. I need another one of this. This is by far one of my favorite serums I've ever used in my whole entire life. It's very high end, so that's why it's been taking me a while to restock on this one. But when I do, I'm gonna be using her every single day. It just gives that glow and brightening to your skin. It's a really good, like, this serum's amazing. It brightens up your skin, smooths out your skin. It's a good base for your makeup. Like, your makeup is flawless all the time with this, okay? Both of them are a buy for me, and that's basically it. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into another Reesie Diaries episode. It was a little different, so let me know how you feel about this type of outline for you guys. I hope this was a little bit longer and more fun to chit chat with me. So you guys, that's basically it. I want to thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Reesie Diaries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And I'm just excited to continue this podcast. I'm going to tell you this now. I might or might not be consistent. You guys got to help me in the comments for ideas. And just also giving me grace, because I'm going through a tough time right now. So sometimes I'm in the mood and sometimes I'm not. So I'm giving myself grace, and that's what the soft life is all about. Not pressuring myself to push and overextend myself in unhealthy ways. Okay. And if I'm feeling burnt out and pushed, I'm not going to do it, and I'll be okay with it. And it's okay to not be at 100% every single day. And that's what the soft life means to me. Comment down below what the soft life means to you, and I'll be seeing you in my next episode. Bye.